Well, first of all, I just want to say that Lubbock Christian played a phenomenal basketball game tonight. We knew they would. We were just hoping that we could match that a little bit. And unfortunately for us, we weren't. But I do want to say this, when people look at Lubbock Christian's basketball team, they see great players and all that. But really, what I take away from playing LCU today was they have good players that Coach Gomez makes great. They do things the right way. They're extremely well coached, and in addition to being good players. So they have the right combination. They do the right things. They play basketball the way it's supposed to be played, and I'm pulling for them the rest of the way. I hope they go on and win the national championship because I would love for our region to be represented that way. And I don't know who in the world is going to beat them. So somebody's going to have to really, really play well. Somebody's going to have to be able to match 14 three-pointers to be able to do it. So my hat is off to Coach Gomez, his staff, his great players, and I also want to thank everybody for putting on a really, really good regional tournament. These regional tournaments don't just throw themselves together. It takes a lot of people to make them happen. And we really appreciate that, and we really appreciate being here. We felt it was an honor to play here today. We felt it was an honor to be here. We felt that we belonged here, and we proved that by winning our first round game. But at the same time, we wanted to make sure that people knew that Angelo State is back on the map, and because of these two players, they're largely a lot of the reason for that. But very impressed with how LCU played today, and we wish them the best of luck.
Coach, I know that you executed extremely well throughout the whole game, but throughout this game, the girls fought. They were getting to the foul line, even though the margin was what it was. How proud of you for that?
Well, here's what we'll take away from the game that most people would never see, is all we talked about at halftime was that we wanted to win the third quarter. Well, I felt our team was resilient. We feel our team is tough, and we won the third quarter. And to most people, that wouldn't seem like any big deal. You would just say, oh, Coach, you were down by 30. But why play college athletics if you're not talking about integrity and character? And I feel like our team has that, and I feel they displayed that in the third, and we tied the fourth. And normally, if you're down that much, it just gets worse. And these young ladies, they fought. And I couldn't be more proud of how they handled themselves in such an adverse situation. We haven't been down like that all year. So we weren't really sure. I wasn't really sure exactly how they would handle it. But they handled it like the champions that they are. And I was very, very impressed with that.
Such a great season, such a great year you guys made history this year, especially a turnaround from last season. Just how have you seen, these girls grow and just also you as a coach?
Well, it's quite interesting how this season has even unfolded at all because we all got here in August and we were all new. We didn't even know each other and we didn't know our personalities. So to watch them kind of come together so quickly it's remarkable. You don't really bank on that as a coach. You're just kind of hoping and praying that we have the chemistry that we need to make a good run because our conference, as you guys all know, is really, really difficult, and we knew we had a tall order in front of us. So for this to happen, for this team so quickly, I would have never imagined that in a million years, but I am extremely proud of what they were able to accomplish this season.
Coach, one of your players had 30 last night and one had 20. How much difficulty does their length on defense, for example?
That's everything, and it's interesting that you bring that up because we can score the ball. This team hasn't had trouble all season scoring the basketball. We average over 80 points a game. But in the first quarter of the game, you could just see their length that's really bothered us. We changed our shots. We don't normally miss those little easy gimmies that we missed in the first quarter. I think the score was 16-5 before we ever had a stoppage to kind of talk about it. And the only thing we talked about was, hey, shoot your normal shot if you can, and try not to let that length bother you. But it's a tough thing to prepare for. We don't have anybody that looks like them, so we can prepare for that. But it took us a little bit to get used to that, and I thought the longer we played, we sort of got better dealing with it.
This is questions for Kellen and for Taylor. Coach talked about everybody came in new in August. Kind of expand on that and how you guys grew together as a team. And we heard his side, what's your side of it through this journey with 23-8 on the season?
You can go. Or you want me to go?
Well, honestly, I feel like we grew really well together, and we hung out a lot more during the summer, so then it gave us a time to get to know everybody's personalities and stuff like that. And honestly, like I say, I love my team and their personalities. Yeah, I mean, we could clash sometimes, but other than that, we got each other's back, and we always know how to pick each other up.
Taylor.
Just like Kiana said, I think the team bonding that we did over the summer and beginning of fall really helped us get chemistry with each other. Coach Baker also took us on a retreat and did team building activities, and I think that really helped us as well. As Kiana said, we're a bunch of girls, so of course we're going to clash, but at the end of the day, we've always been sisters. We've always been a family, and Coach preaches on being a family all the time, and I feel like we have that strong family bond. I've never been on a team full of sisters, and it feels great.
John, go ahead.
For either player, I think this was Angelo's first time in the NCAA's in several years. What was it like the tournament experience like for you? How did you feel like y'all handled either the jitters and of course the night?
Honestly, the first game, I feel like we started out fatigued and slow, just like you said, getting the jitters out. But then as the game progressed, we got better. In this game, even though we had a downfall, I feel like we showed how tough we were in the second half. We came out slow because, I mean, we did play against the number one team in the country. And as Coach said, their length did bother us, and we got out of our game plan. But I'm proud of the way my team finished this game. I'm really proud.
Now that you guys have had some success and gone this far, I know that you guys were so excited to get that first win, get that conference title. How hungry are you guys now to get back to work and get even more? Start tailing the
Oh, we're hungry. We're coming back next year. We're hungry. We're ready for it.
Definitely. We're getting back in the gym tomorrow, preparing for the NCAA tournament. We're trying to come back next year and make great things happen. Like Coach said, we did a big turnaround from last year, and we plan on doing bigger things next year.
Kiana, you were on the team last year that won just 9 games, got blown out in the first round in the LSU tournament, and now you go from there to here, the NCAA tournament. Can you even, I mean, does it seem real, really? Just the turnaround that happened in 1 year, and what's it like to be a part of it?
Wow. Does it seem real? No, it doesn't seem real. But, you know, I'm so blessed to be a part of such an amazing team. And just, you know, making it this far of what we made it from compared to last year, I'm just so blessed.